well, I had one guy ask me to do a review on the large Micarta. I don't know your name, I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention, I just know one person wanted me to. Here's a quick little size reference. Sorry, my fucking hand's shaking. I'm using my iPhone to film this. That's a Tenacious, and that is a Walmart Ripple. It's bigger than both of them. Let me try and get a better size shot. Well, it doesn't look bigger right there, but it is. It's longer than the Tenacious overall, blade and handle. Anyways, just wanted to give a size reference for some knives that a lot of people have. Here's a closed size reference. Tenacious, Ripple, large Micarta. Alright, well, let's get on with it. Sorry. I'm doing the usual bullshit, clear my throat every 5 seconds. What should we start off with? Obviously, it's titanium frame lock, 6.4 ALV, whatever the fuck, titanium. You'll notice the cutout on a Sebenza is different. It's got two little scallops, leaving the weakest part, which is the middle, thicker. Very smart. Obviously, I don't know, I mean, you might not be able to see this shit, but it leaves that little nub right there, so it's thicker, right where it needs to be, in the middle. Really smart. Blade centering on this one, it's spot on. Pretty much perfect. The tolerances on Chris Reeve knives are fantastic. The blade does not move at all in this fucker when it's closed. Lockup, there's a lockup on mine, about 50%. That's pretty much where I like it on really any knife. There you go. Lockup, shit, how solid. I mean, that's what sells these Sebenzas for me, is the lockup. I mean, I'm a stickler for lockup. Like, honestly, I'll almost stop carrying a knife if I can't get it to lock up correctly. Of course, on a Sebenza, you don't have to fuck with it. You don't have to do shit. I mean, you just... nothing. You stay out of the box and it's solid. You can't fuck with the pivot because this is tightened all the way down. It comes tightened all the way down because of the pivot bushing, which obviously you can't see because the knife's together. It's just a bushing in between the blade and the slabs. If you're watching this, you already know that. It has a rounded spine, an absolutely perfectly rounded spine. The bevel, where it's sharpened, is fucking perfect on both sides. One side's not a little bigger than the other, like, per se, this little ripple. There's that side. And then there's that side, which this side's bigger. Again, not a real big deal, but this little Walmart Ripple kicks ass, too. If you don't have one of these little Walmart Ripples, I'm not fucking with you. Go buy one of these things. This knife is fucking sweet. It's solid, too. It's super solid. Way more solid than I thought it was going to be. Rounded spine. Anyways, I'm bullshitting about the Ripple. This is the Micarta. The new ones, the Micarta's lighter than the older ones. This came a little lighter than this. I put a little mineral oil on these to darken them up. I like them a little darker. I'll try to get a picture of it for you. I like the Micarta a little darker, so I put a little mineral oil on it. Pocket clip, you all know it's got that hump. Son of a bitch. It's got that hump right there, and obviously the typical pocket clip clips down right there. This just grabs your pants even more to keep it more secure. The pocket clip's not as tight as, like, say, a Spyderco pocket clip in the pocket, but it feels just as secure given the fact that it has this second hump. It just kind of locks it in there. But not as tight a tension, you know, right here. That's my experience. The Micarta also comes with the silver thumb stud and the silver backspacer, both of which are titanium. Nobody ever mentions that. I'm sure a lot of you know it, so don't leave me a comment saying, "Oh, everybody fucking knows that." Well, suck my dick. Not everybody knows that. That's titanium spacer, and that's a titanium thumb stud. Another thing a lot of people don't know is the thumb stud is hand fitted. They hand press fit that into the blade. It's not done by a machine. So there may be a little variation in just how flush the thumb stud sits to the blade. Again, not a big deal. This one has the new screws. Yeah, there's holes on both sides. You see that. I like these better. Less tendency to strip out. I don't know why. But it just is. Pocket clip, obviously, there's a cutout in the frame where it sits down in there, so you only need one screw. The fucking pocket clip does not move because of that cutout. Matter of fact, you take the fucking screw out, the pocket clip is still a bitch to get out. I mean, it's fit so tightly into the frame. Not to mention it's probably fit in there, and then the sandblast kind of keeps it snug as well. What else? Stop pin. This one has a new style stop pin. Kind of looks like a dumbbell. It's got two little ridges on each side, which people claim is to keep lint out of there. I don't know. The jimping's kind of a toss-up on Sebenzas. This one, you can see it. It's pretty fine cut. It's pretty good. It's better than the regular I had. The last regular. It's good. What else? Obviously, you can see the tolerances. I mean, there's really not much room for blade play, but Idaho made upside down, which I just think is fucking retarded as shit. I don't mind Idaho made if it said Idaho and then made, so you don't have to fucking. I mean, I just don't get that why it's like that, but I think that's stupid as shit. But there's your blade shape. Very fine tip. Not too fine. We're not talking like Spider Code military where you're going to snap this fucker off if you do anything. Pretty stout tip, actually. Blade thickness, 0.125. Just your typical. Just like this Tenacious is probably 0.125 also. Most likely. I think another reason the blade, the lockup's so tight on Sebenza, you see how far this blade sits down into the handle? Not very far, right? Oh, look at this one. This blade sits down in these handle slabs, so just basically even more stout. The lock face on Sebenzas is not radiused. It's not fucking crazy, super crazy angle cut into it. I mean, there you go. The lockup on Sebenzas is perfect. If you don't think it is, you're either a really, really dumb motherfucker, or you just don't like Sebenzas, or you don't like Chris Reeve, or whatever. But there's really no denying the lockup on these knives. I've had Striders. They're not bad. I mean, my Striders I've had were solid. They're really solid knives. They weren't quite this solid, though. I'm not saying they had blade play, but you can't even force blade play out of this knife. And if you can, you've just broken it. I mean, if you get blade play, you just broke something. There's no blade play. None, in any direction. There never has been on any Sebenza I've ever had. And I know I say that a lot, I keep on going over and over that, but that's a pretty big deal. But anyways, yeah, here's a lanyard hole. It comes with a lanyard pin normally, but I don't care for them. Another thing a lot of people don't mention is how this area right here, you can see kind of curved. Well, I'm not talking about slabs, I'm talking about the tang. It's kind of cut in like that, which means the blade kind of wraps around that stop pin, providing, yet again, even more solid lockup. I don't know what else there is to talk about, really, guys. I'd say that's about it. It's just a fantastic knife, really. If you have a chance to get a Sebenza, I would say to get one. They're really that good. I mean, of course, I am a fanboy now, I guess you could say. But for good reason. It's not just hype. Like, a lot of the Strider guys, again, I hate to, sound like I'm bashing Strider, but I think there's a lot more hype behind Striders than there is actual quality product. And I'm sure a lot of people are going to say something to me, but I like Striders, don't get me wrong. I've had a bunch. Well, not a bunch, but I've had some. And they're great knives. My girlfriend's uncles had a ton of SMS. He's had SMG. And they've all been great. They're really great. They're just not made quite as well as a Sebenza. I mean, you look at that knife from this angle, it almost looks perfect. I mean, just the fit and finish is crazy. But anyways, that's it, guys. If you got any questions or anything, just let me know. All right. Talk to you later.